Hey, Daz. Looks like we're in business. How are you doing, Daz? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Dick. Been a busy, challenging week, but always good to get to a Friday, and it's midday on Valentine's, Dick.
I know. Did you get my card?
I've not checked it yet. Was that from you?
Yeah, it was from me, and there's some roses, and you know those little knickers that you like. I got you. I got you a pair of those as well.
Hey, look,
We've got people watching already, so whoever that is, thank you. What I'll do, Daz, if I may, I just want to let people know. Excuse me. Let people know that if they wish, um, if anyone has any questions or comments as we're talking, not that we're going to be on for too long, but if they're watching on YouTube, and people are now, if they type into their YouTube comments, yeah, what about this? What about that? They will appear here on the side of the screen, and we can drag them in, and we can talk about those relevant points. So if you're watching, yeah, thank you. Obviously, if you watch later and you have any comments, you'll be able to contact Daz and I. So what we were going to do, everyone, is say thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. If you watch later on, all that Daz and I are going to do is give you a quick update of what's going on with regards to the dinner. What we were going to do is, in a moment, I will bring into screen something that's new, a brand new sort of bringing together of information, a new website that Daz and I have put together, and we've launched now today. So I just want to quickly take you through that, and then I'll hand over to Daz, and Daz is going to update you with general goings on and what's going on in the background with regards to our requests for charitable funding and that kind of stuff. And does that sit in with yourself, Daz? You're good with that, yeah?
yeah, that sounds good. I just wanted to share what our main purpose, what our aims are, at this stage, because we're getting towards 12 months before the event now. So Dick and I talk regularly. We've got our own ideas. We're going to share some of them with you again, with the purpose of you coming back to us and say, yeah, great idea, we love that, crack on, or perhaps have you thought of this as well? And of course, we'll have a chat about that, of your ideas as well. Within the realm of you trusted us to do what we think is best.
Yeah. In fact, you make a really good point there, Dad, because like last time, before you know it, it's like, boom, it's there. And, a year's gone by almost since the last one. And I can't believe it. It just flipping flies by. It's absolutely mental. Yeah, cool. Anyway, tell you what, and why don't we? You and I will still remain in screen, but I want to bring something else in, which is the RAMC Reunited website. So Daz and I listened very carefully to what people tell us, and we had various comments about information not being disjointed but difficult to locate, and that is true. And on Facebook in particular, we could put a post on there today, and then within 30 seconds it's kind of disappearing and it's lost in the ether. And this is particularly relevant where conversations start, things just disappear very quickly. We had people reach out to us and email Daz and I saying, oh, where do I go and find that form? Can you remind me where the login is, please, to book my dinner, book my accommodation, that kind of stuff. So what we did is we sat down and we've just put together a really simple website. So simple, but it amalgamates everything, because we've got the YouTube channel, we've got the Facebook channel, and now we've got a website. And the website is a kind of a joiner of all things RAMC Reunited. So where can you find it? On the screen now, that's the live website, and it's at ramcreunited.uk. We're going to put a link to this in the notes on the YouTube that you're now watching, and people are watching now. In fact, let's open the chat just in case I don't want to miss anything. The chat's open there now. So we'll put a link in the YouTube notes after this live has finished. And then equally, we will make a post onto the Facebook page, and there'll be a link to the website there also. So that's the main website. And what I'll do, excuse me, I will quickly go through the website itself, what it's all about. Let's bring up the title there. That's where you'll find it, RAMC Reunited.uk. So it's really straightforward, and it invites you to do stuff. The main things we want people to do on that website is find information, easy information. So we sat and thought, and we had a few discussions, and we thought, right, what will people want to know? And the results of that conversation are in that website. What's it all about? Where is it? When is it? Who can go? And how do they book on? And then more importantly, and we'll listen very carefully to this, let me just scroll down. And you see on the right of your screen there, inclusivity. We're very mindful that a number of former members, veterans of the Royal Army Medical Corps, are of an older generation. Some people interested in this dinner might be in their late 70s, 80s, 90s, and may not be that tech savvy, may not be fully conversant with YouTube or Facebook and the like. So we have had requests, and we have dealt with requests where people weren't that comfortable booking on via those means. So we take that on. So Daz and I, for the purpose of inclusivity, basically say to you, and it's there on the website, if you know somebody who cannot use the means available, like the internet or the booking form, which I'll mention very briefly in a moment, very simply send Daz or me a contact in any way you can give us a phone call, or you can email us or contact us through the website. Give us the details and we'll take over. You won't need to worry about it. So if you're aware of anyone with any issues, whether that's accessibility, whatever it might be, or tech, you let me and Daz know and we will take it over. All we'll need is a contact detail from you and we will take over. So that's really important to mention that at the get-go. So back to the website very briefly.
And we should say, Dick, at this point, because I'm seeing lots of other reunions around. There's the AMS or RAMC Golf Society. There's the get together in Benidorm, which sounds super exciting. That I want to get on.
Oh yeah,
in September one day. I think Nige Rigby runs that. There's the Airborne Warriors, the 144 23 PFA.
Yes,
all those legends there that get together once or twice a year, and that's all great to see. This is our biennial, once every 2 years, RAMC Reunited, started by Mick McCrann and Mac McHale, continued by Jeff Pearson and Ray Gregson, and Richard and I were lucky enough to be voted in to take it on last year, or the year before, should I say, and so last year, wasn't it, 2024?
Yeah.
And our next event is 2026. So when we're talking about 20th to 22nd of March, I have seen people saying, "Oh, I'm not available that weekend." Well, you're that organised. You've got your diary that far in advance, which I know some of you do, but we're talking about 2026. That's next year. Loads of time to plan for this. And I just wanted to make that clear that, and there is a bit of an official. There's a bit more officialness to this gathering because it's been going for decades. We do get funding from the association, quite generous funding from the association, for the right reasons, which we're happy to explain here, what we use that cash for, and we've asked for more for this year as well. So yeah, this is the official RAMC, the Veterans Reunion every 2 years that attracts people of all ranks, all backgrounds. Some people just served 2 or 3 years. Some people have served nearly 50 years, I think. So yeah, we get all sorts of wonderful legends from the Corps. Are we allowed to say, Dick? I think we are. It takes on a new emphasis, I think, now. Why do you think?
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah,
it does, doesn't it? Because why does it take on a new emphasis?
Well, come on, man. I'll show you why it does. Because of that.
Which we can all debate about, and we've seen all the debate on with Ian and Raz and others commenting. Dick and I have sort of tried to avoid as much as we can commenting there, but be rest assured we have our own personal views and feelings about that. We joined the RAMC at 16 years old, Dick and I, and here we are today. So this is now the RAMC Veterans Reunion. which will eventually die once we all shove to the right. There's no more RMC veterans. I guess one day it won't be an event. So let's really make the most of the.
I hadn't thought of that. That's a good point. There's going to come a point when it's not. We better get in quick, especially me and you. Age we're getting to.
Yeah, we don't have many 2 years left, Dick, do we? But
exactly.
But there you go.
They make some really good points here, Daz. And is it worth stressing at this moment that, because you and I know we've had this discussion, we're gonna start hounding people, aren't we, and targeting them and stalking them on social media, so we can, bring in and get a good old mix of people. The RAMC Reunited. It's a great dinner. We've been to it many times over the years, and there's a solid group of loyal people who go to that dinner, and I think this year we're going to add to that. We'll have that solid group, but we'll have new faces and all the rest. And Daz and I are going to go. We've got plans to go tackling and targeting people. So there you go. So the inclusivity, that's really important. Can I, Daz, just bring that back on for two ticks? A couple of things I wanted to mention very briefly, and that is the booking process. And I just want to explain to people just how easy it is. And so you can do this on the Facebook link, you can do this on the website link, and if you click that button there, boom, our ugly faces are everywhere, aren't they? You can't get away from that. We're like that bad smell and that itch you just can't get rid of. But there's the form. I'll move it down slowly. Just work your way through that. Pop in your details of your guest, what you want to eat, what you want to, how many nights you want to stay, the 1, the 2, or the 3. And once you've clicked the button, forget all about it. And then we take over. What we've done this year to try and keep it nice and seamless and smooth is the information that you put into that form goes into a database which the hotel have access to, and then they will then take over the accommodation allocation, and they'll be back in touch with you directly to talk about taking payments ahead of the event. So it really is that simple. Click a button, put your details in, and sit back in the knowledge that you're booked on the dinner, and then someone else will come and speak to you about getting your payments. You turn up and we'll have a great crack. What else is going on, Daz? What else?
Well, as soon as you mentioned that, Dick, because this is one of our purposes of doing this again today. Is we're about a year out from the function, and don't forget it's a whole weekend. It's not just a Saturday evening. Some people arrive on a Thursday night. Most people arrive sometime on a Friday afternoon, and then we leave sometime sort of after Sunday lunchtime or after breakfast on Sunday. So it really is a marvelous weekend to spend quality time with everybody, not just a couple of hours at dinner. That's what I love most about this weekend. The other thing I like to encourage people to do, Dick, is let's get booking on. Dick's come up with a super slick form. It's really easy to use. You can choose your menus. There's even an option of who you want to sit near, which we're going to really try and pay as much attention to as we can. Now, I know what it's like. Before this function, I rarely used to go to veterans dinners. But when I did, the first thing, my criteria is not even when it was or where it is, it's who's going. I'd want to see the attendance list to see who my mates were and who's going and who's not going. So we are going to start to publish that pretty soon. However, I'm not going to tell how many people are booked on just yet, but we're waiting to get to a magic number. Shall we tell them what that magic number is, Dick?
Yeah, go for it. Yep.
We're pretty close to it. We're pretty close to the magic number. Okay, so once we get to 100 attendees, that's not 100 veterans. It might be 100 and your partner. So once we get to 100 attendees, we'll be very, very close to that now. We're going to publish the attendance list so we can all see who's coming, all those legendary names that we all love and recognize. And once we publish that, I know there'll be loads of people lumping on there, but we're not going to publish that until we get to those 100 names. So, so let's start tagging people in. One of the reasons that Dick and I think, were accepted to run this dinner after the late Mick McCrann and Mac McHale, was to try and generate interest from a younger generation. Our generation. Do you want to mention some names, Dick?
I think we should, because we're gonna hound them anyway. So
we're going to miss people off. We know we're going to get criticised for missing people off, though. But let's just chuck out some names.
So this might be kind of selfishly, but we're going to start amongst our own group, aren't we? So, for those who don't know, Daz and I both joined the Army Medical Service, RAMC, in September of '82. So that 82 cohort, they're our close groups. Some of them are still serving. I'm really impressed with that. In fact, Jock's still serving, isn't he?
I think he is, Jock Taylor. Yeah.
Jock Taylor, Jack Longstaff's still knocking around in uniform as well. And I think they're the only two. But of that group, then, so you had the number one House Shabazz, and then there was Harden, but there was another one. I can't remember.
Nobody mentions this. You see, we were too busy winning everything, Dick. That's
Martin Lee. That was
the one. Yeah.
But people in I jest, but the people in those groups, Daz and I are going to reach out. So the likes of Jock Taylor and Jack Longstaff and Mark Love, Dog's Breath, and so many names that we know are out.
Dean Kazera, Jono Simon. I think Jono might still be serving. He's a commando, whatever he is now. Pat Hoyt, Alan Reese. Colin Ryder. It's wrong of us to mention names, really, but those people, Kev Meisel, Dean Kazera, I might mention already. Dave Allen, let's not forget Dave. Remember little Dave Allen?
I do, and I see him around. And the reason
no longer little Dave Allen now, Dick.
No, big old fella. But it's interesting, Dad, that those names that we mentioned, we're not mentioning because everyone else is not important. They're the ones we see regularly on LinkedIn and Facebook and the likes, and so they're a great place to start, because they'll then be able to spread the word as well. So I think it's really important that we do that. And as we say, we're going to target various people and just to try and stimulate that interest. And this is a great venue to do that here on YouTube, because it will stay on the channel and we can promote it going forward. So hopefully people.
And Dick, I just wanted to say another thing when we're on the because we want to get people booked on. Now, when you fill that form in, it is a commitment. I don't want to say just fill out the form and, if you're going to come, you're going to come. It is a commitment. But we're not asking for money. And neither is a hotel going to be asking you for money straight away. What I was super impressed with last year with the Britannia in Coventry, the Royal Court Hotel, and the staff there, they know us. They love having these events. They have service events, veterans events all year round. And they were super, super understanding, super ethical. So what I'm trying to say is get your name down on this sheet, choose your menu, make your commitment. But we all know that life changes. It's a rapidly changing world. We really don't know where we're going to be, this time next year, let alone next March. So if your circumstances change closer to the event or as long the year, then the Britannia are super understanding to say, okay, there's a rail strike here now, as there was last year. So what I'm trying to say is, if you book ahead, it is a commitment. Let's put it in your diary and let's come. But if your circumstances change, the Britannia Hotel are not going to come knocking on your door asking for 200 or 300 quid. I was super impressed with the way they approached that last time. Are you happy with me to share that, Dick?
Absolutely, they're really good. They are, and we've got. I think what makes it good is we've got our known points of contact now, because we know them really well. We've got Elka, and we've got Stacey, and there's others. The maintenance team are great as well, and they know us, and we've developed that relationship now. And I think that's really important. It's great that we're going back. Actually, I know they're really super appreciative of that as well, and I think they looked after us really well last time, and I think they'll probably even push the boat even further this time. Now because they enjoyed it. I tell you what they really enjoyed. And I bet they only, they probably don't get it from other than from military groups, but the appreciation for the staff and the chefs, and that goes a long way. And it's really important. You did that, you made that announcement, and they loved that. They were like, oh, what's going on here, sort of thing.
And that's really great. The young, I can still see them, the young servers there for the dinner on the Saturday night, which is obviously the main event. And it wasn't just the public thank you we gave everybody. A couple of them came across during the evening and said, look, everybody's so polite, everybody's so appreciative. Well, why wouldn't there be? You know, it's great food, it's great service. Why wouldn't there be? Yeah, but nobody else ever tells us that. It's only you service veterans that seem to take the time and trouble to tell us that. So yeah, that's always great to hear. What else do we need to tell people about the fine detail, Dick, or anything else on that form?
Really, I think the main thing is, excuse me, I think the main thing is now that, and you mentioned this, Daz, just to reiterate, now's the time really to get cracking. You know, we've been planning and doing in the background, and it's kind of over to you, everybody, in a way to just to take that next step. Go to the website RAMC Reunited.uk and click on the link that says book now, and just get booked up. And you know, chuck in your details, chuck in your dinner choices, your accommodation choices, and then we'll then start to give further information. We've got nice plans for a nice graphical sort of depiction of who's coming, and so you'll be able to see what mates are coming and all the rest of it, and that'll get uploaded onto that website, and it'll be live information that you'll be able to log back in and see. So we encourage you to go to the website, keep an eye on the Facebook page, and go onto the YouTube. Now, if you watch this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because then you'll get alerted when we do future updates. But we'll always keep you updated anyway, because we've got 3 points of contact now. We've got the website, we've got YouTube, and we've got Facebook. So you're going to hear about it one way or another. I think, Daz, unless you got any other points, mate.
There's just, I just want to remind everybody, even though we really want people from Dick and I's generation, that'd be great to see all those people again. I've got to be honest with you, Dick. I don't know what it is, but I always look forward to seeing my old bosses, and they're all there. You know, that those people that really did look after us and take care of us when we were young men and women coming through the Corps. People like Jeff Pearson, Bob Newell, Chris Best, Ray Turford was there, I think. All these legendary names, Paul Crosswaite, Stan Dimmock. These are all people that are special to me. And there's loads from your EH cadre as well, Dick.
Yeah, there is. It's great bunch from drain sniffing cadre, and it's become tradition. There's the drain sniffer's picture and all that kind of stuff. Even though it's great to have people of our own generation, what I look forward to most is seeing those people that you haven't seen for 15, 20 years ago, and you have to spend quality time over not just one evening, the whole weekend for those people that looked after us when we were coming through the Corps. It's all ages, and it's a super weekend. To that end, without going, there's lots of detail we'll publish on the website. We've not changed too much at all. We don't plan to change too much at all. But some of the subtle changes we're making is we've had the singers, the Daisy Bell singers, I think they're called. They're sort of, they go do everything from the 20s, 40s up to the 50s, which were great. We all love that. We're going to change things up a bit slightly this year. We're going to have a proper. Dick and I always love our guitars, don't we, Dick? All those nights. A proper band. I think a proper band which will still cover. It won't be too loud. It'll still cover the sort of the 60s, the 80s, right up to the modern day. To get people on the floor dancing. So we're probably going to have a proper good band with a great varied set list across all genres for 2 good sets of 45, 60 minutes or so. We're not going to have a disco this year. We had a disco. We kind of overcooked it a bit. There's no need for a disco, I think, really. Just some background music for dinner. What else did we talk about entertainment so far, Dick? Well, I think for now that's probably about it. But it's, as you say, Daz, just get a good band, just to keep it going.
Having said that, we have got a special surprise again, though, haven't we? We got a special surprise.
We do have a surprise. Absolutely, there's always got to be a little surprise.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's not just Jeff McGowan getting his wallet out. It's always a surprise.
Yeah. So,
although I didn't see that on the 24th, did it? But
I don't think anybody's seen that for a while.
Not for a while. We live in hope. But,
yeah.
I think we've covered it off, mate. I think.
Yeah. Any questions? Anybody in the room? Any questions live, or should we wait for them to come up later?
There might come up later. There are still people. There's people watching live on YouTube now.
Let's do a big shout out to Brian Williams. We love you too, Brian. It's Valentine's Day. I love your posts. Those photos you've been posting of 144 and 23 PFA. Wow, wonderful people. Let's get some along again, Brian.
Let's see. I'm glad you've mentioned. Let me mention Brian very briefly and something else that he's been doing. So, you mentioned a few of those groups, what the paras, the 144s, and all the rest of it. Now, Brian himself, who I know very, very well, Brian has he's always gone to the RAMC Reunited dinners. Always, you know, he's probably one of the ones who's been to all of them, I think. And him and I have spoken regularly. We speak every week. We always do, and always have done. And what he's been doing in the background, off his own bat, he's talking to all his PFA mates, and trying to encourage, because they have a dinner there as well, you see, at the same venue. But he's trying to encourage as many, and of course I'm fully behind it, saying, yeah, of course we want to get as many people as we can and widen the scope, and so hats off to Brian and his carer, of course.
And let's not forget, there's already some of those legends that come. Brian Tanucci,
of course, Chris Best.
So there's already a good crew of those proper legendary status from the Airborne Shade coming. So it'd be great to have some more. Pat Hoy, Alan Rees, Warren Kerr. Can you just imagine? Could we handle Big Woz if he came?
We'll give it a go.
Give it a go. Yep, that'd be great.
What a wonderful story to tell. If he turns up, I'll tell the story about him and Sean Kennedy in the NAFI at Keogh Barracks one day. But I won't tell it on here because it's before the watershed.
That's right.
Good on you. Right.
Let's get in the key message here, everybody. Just even though it's Valentine's Day, get your names down. Let's get a good group. We'll get it published. We'll attract even more, and let's have a cracking good weekend. I'm looking forward to it already.
Yeah, me too. All right, mate. That's cool. Hey, Daz, I think we've covered off what we set out to cover off there, and
I think so.
It's Friday, so thank you, Daz, and thank you.
Your flowers will be somebody will be delivering your flowers in the next half an hour or so, Dick. All right,
they'll be on the way. Yeah, you might need two people to carry them up your drive, though. There's a lot of them.
Cool. See you soon, mate. Thanks for that, and thanks for all your work you've done on the website as well, Dick. And
we've done a good job there, mate. It's turned out all right. Great job. Yeah. Don't disappear. I was going to end the stream,
okay.
And then just in closing though, for anybody, Daz and I are here. You can contact us through all of these mediums. But most of you have probably got our phone numbers. You just give us a shout, and we look forward to hearing from you. Out to everybody. Don't disappear, Daz.